Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. There's a reason I'm not on the screen right now. I just am a mess and my hair's a mess. I have no makeup on, so I figured I would just do a video this way and then you can see everything a little bit better because my out-facing camera on my phone is a little bit better than one facing that I usually use. Anyway, so it's Saturday morning. I've got my lovely cup of coffee. Actually, this is my second cup of coffee. And I got a couple things the other day at the thrift store and then I got some really neat Christmas items at my local farmer's market the other day. You can kind of see some of them a little bit, but just gonna kind of tease you a little bit and not show them right off. Also, some of the items that I got at the thrift store, I already used in some junk journals, and I made a bunch of little ones for some women in a mom's group that I'm in. So I'm going to show you those as well, but I'll end with those. So I got my coffee. Let me put that aside, and then I'm going to start showing you some of the items that I got at the thrift store. Okay, this item was really cool. I was really excited to find this. I only spent like $2 or $3, I think, for this, but I love this color turquoise. I don't know if it's coming up turquoise for you guys, but on my phone screen, it looks more baby blue. On my table, it looks like a greenish blue. So it's really, really pretty. It's got some weight to it. I didn't see any markings on it. I don't think it's all that old, but I really, really love it. It looks really fun on too. It's not real long, so it sits really nicely like on the base of my neck and everything. So really happy with that. So I got that. Oops, can you see that? I don't usually film like this, so I'm trying to hold the phone really steady. Okay, also got these earrings. I was planning on using these, and I will eventually use them like on a junk journal or something else, some other project. They're just clip-on earrings. Let me zoom in just a tad bit so you guys can see them that much better. Let me turn that around so you can see. Oh, that one I already took the back off because I thought I was going to use it in my one junk journal, and it ended up that this earring was a little too small for what I wanted. So you can kind of see the back of this one. No markings. No, there's a marking. There is, I think this is Japan. I really kind of hate taking off the backs of things that have markings, but I don't think too many people will use these, and I'm going to use it for something else. So it'll still get used, just not for its original intended purpose. But I just thought these were really fun. So anyway, I had to show you guys those. Okay, and then I got this. Let me zoom out just a little bit, but try not to show too much of the other stuff. I got this. It's actually just a bandana, but I love the material. I like the pink and then the pink and orange flowers. So this is something I'm just gonna use more for scraps. I don't usually use bandanas on my face, and I spent $1.50. So for a little scrap of material, and it already has like a backing on it, like it's double thick, which is nice. So I'm not sure what I'll use it for, but when I see a pretty scrap of fabric, I have to grab it, especially if it's a good price. Even if I don't have any idea of what I'm going to use it for, just having it on hand is nice, because then later on when I have a project, I will remember something like this and go from that. Okay. All right, back to the coffee. Let's take a swig of this before we continue. Sorry about my table, it's kind of a mess. Okay, I did a lot of projects on this, and there's like bits and pieces of like paint and glue that I've tried to clean off, but it just doesn't want to come off. Okay, let me go ahead and show you yesterday what I got at the farmer's market. I'm going to start with this. I have been eyeing up this bracelet. Let me zoom in just a little bit so it's a little bit more clear. Sorry if it's shaky. The lady who had this bracelet, I have been eyeing this for a while. She had it for $15, and I really, really love it. I love these kind of bracelets. The only thing is you can see, and I think why I got this for cheaper, I got this for $5. The reason I think I got it for that is this one apparently fell off. So, I mean, unless she had two of these and she sold the nice one and this is the other one. So I almost didn't get it, but I love this bracelet and all the other rhinestones are here. And so I figured this will just be the one I hide like under my wrist, or down the road, I might find another one of these to replace it with. So hopefully I'll find another rhinestone. I'm wondering if I can go to Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or even online somewhere and find one like this. I'll have to measure it. So I don't think replacing it will be too difficult, but oh, it's so pretty. I love this. Look how glorious that is. I love these old bracelets. Thought that was cool. And then they got this at the farmer's market too. Let me open this 1 second. So as you can see, it's a little Polly Pocket house. It actually came with this one as well. This is actually from, I forget the name of it already. This isn't Polly Pocket, but it's still from the 90s, from that time period. So she was kind of cute. And this is actually a McDonald's toy, which I kind of remember this from back in the day. I don't think I had one, but this was only $1. The lady who was selling these, let me switch hands here. Sorry, my wrist is killing me. The lady, Just lost my coffee. The lady who was selling this had boxes and boxes of stuff. So some items were $1, some were $2, some were $3, whatever. This was in the box marked $1 each. So I only paid $1 for this. So I'll be honest, I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do with it, but I couldn't pass it up. It's vintage Polly Pocket. It's from 1993. I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old when this was made. So, I mean, there's even a little cat on the sofa. How cute is it? And like a little blanket on the back of it. I tried playing Christmas music this morning, but my record player is, I think the needle's shot. It's all like staticky and stuff. It doesn't sound right. So I have to get, I think I have to get a new needle for that. But how cute is this? For $1, it was just kind of fun. I had some extra money to burn, so you can see. 1993 Bluebird toys made from McDonald's. So kind of cool. Oh, and this thing, it's going to be hard to show you because I have to hold my phone. But if you take this thing and it spins, it moves. It won't do it right now. But it actually makes the Polly Pocket inside walk around that little track. So that's really, really cool. If you go on YouTube, I'm sure someone has a video of it if you really want to see it. At this moment, I can't do it because I don't have a little tripod. My little tripod's in the bedroom, and Josh is sleeping right now, so I can't grab it. Okay, now for the Christmas unveiling. So I'm going to start with this section. Let me stand up here. So I got these yesterday. Oh, someone's revving their engine outside our house. That's nice. Okay, so I was walking around, like I said, into the boxes, and I found all these. So this was only $1. I'm not sure what time period this is from. Google Lens would not tell me. Actually, I couldn't find this exact one on Google Lens. The rest I did. I don't know how old this is. It's not a very hard plastic. It's like a softer plastic. I can like push into it, and there's no markings, but I just thought he was really cute. And he's got a little notch on the, not a notch, I don't know what you would call it, but a thing on the top to hang him from. So I guess he's an ornament. And this cute Santa Claus, just adorable. Again, only $1. And I just thought he was really, really fun. So I had to snag him. And then these guys, I did look these up. I think, oh gosh, I already forgot the brand, Relco, I think it is. These are harder plastic. It's hard to describe, but I don't know if you can hear it. Let me get my microphone close. I don't know if you can hear that. Sorry, I know that probably made that hard. You can't see anything. That's like a hard plastic. It's called a celluloid on the Google ones. These are like, you can hear the difference. I don't know why I'm showing you that, but I just want you to have the, I guess, the audio and the visual of like the different kind of plastic. So these were $1 each, and these are $2 each. And I just love these. I just think these are so stinking cool. So I think what I'm going to do is string all 4 of these up. And when I start to put up my Christmas decorations, hang these somewhere, but I'm not sure where. So eventually, when I do decorate my house for Christmas, I will show you guys. And so you'll see where I end up putting them. I just love them so much. Okay, on to the next pile. I got these. I'm so excited about these. So let me move my chair, because if I kneel on it, I'm going to wobble. And I don't want to make you guys motion sick as I'm doing this. So I was really, really excited about these. The lady where I got these other items from, like all these, and the bracelet, I had bought all this stuff. I bought these, the bracelet, whatever, Polly Pocket, and then I left and walked away, and she had a table full of ornaments. Most of them were newer, most of them were plastic, but amongst them were some of these gems. Okay, so this was made in USA, this is vintage, this is glass. Oh, and did I tell you the most exciting part? They were each 25 cents. No joke, 25 cents each. Like some of these can go for 10, 20, 30 bucks each. So anyway, really excited to find these. So I spent a total of $3 on ornaments. I have another box over here I will show you. So I love this one. These I love to display. I don't hang these on a tree. I will find something to, like a Christmas mug, or like a metal candle holder for a taper, and just put these on top. They look really cool displayed like that. And especially if you use a candle taper, they're all like different heights and stuff. Like if you get the brass ones, so you can have these like on various heights of display. It's just, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, really cool. It says made in USA. I think this was that, yeah. Very excited about that one. That was the first one I saw. I was so excited. These are amazing. These are West Germany. Glorious, glorious. You can see, oh my gosh, you can see the reflection. Hello, everybody. You can kind of see me a little bit. I'm just a wreck this morning, so I'm like, you know what? You don't need to see me. Let's see all the pretty Christmas stuff. We'll do this together. So I got 3 of those. Like these 3 are all the same. And this one is made in the USA. Just really, really pretty. I love how this looks. There were a couple other glass ones there, but I did leave them behind. There was one kind of this color, a little bit lighter, and it had like polka dots. but it almost looked like the paint was rubbed off to make the polka dots. I don't know if it was original, so I left a couple of the glass ones there for someone else to find. I just grabbed the ones that I thought were the best and my favorite. So that one's, oops. So I just thought that was really pretty. And then, let's see this pink one. Oh, switch hands again. Sorry, my wrist. This pink one, really, really pretty. This one doesn't have a marking on it. It was a little rusted on the top. So it's very possible it had a marking on it, but I don't think that it did. So I love the pink ones. I have a few various pink glass ones that I put on my pink Christmas tree. I love my pink Christmas tree. Today's November 1st, and I'll tell you what, I'm really tempted to pull out all my Christmas stuff. I did listen to the Christmas music this morning. Like I think I said that earlier, yeah. So anyway, that was really, really, really cool. And these, oh my gosh, guys, these are really, really neat. I gotta switch hands again. These are actual glass. These are actually old. I can tell by the top part, the way the little attachment is, I can tell these are old. But Google Lens didn't help me out at all. So I couldn't tell you who made them or anything. I'm pretty sure they're vintage. I'm pretty darn positive. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'm okay being wrong. Oh, I gotta stand up. I'm leaning over here. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. And they both look exactly the same. Oops, exactly the same. I'm trying to show you. It was cute because when I was going through the boxes, there's an old lady there who was going through the ornaments as well, and she found these blue ones, just like regular blue round balls with like silver stars like that are on this red one. And she was all excited. She's, oh, look at this one, look at this one. And she's probably like in her 70s, 80s, I don't know, but she was so cute. Like she and I were digging through all the ornaments and having so much fun together. I think I made a friend. Anyway, so yeah, these are really, really cool. Okay, and then the last box, these, look at these. Now I'm gonna be honest, these are not quite my cup of tea. When I was digging through the boxes, I saw one, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I saw it was glass. And I go for more like the colored balls with the patterns, whatever. So these didn't quite catch my eye. But when I found a second one, and then a third one, then a fourth one, and I actually looked at the top of one of them, and it said Poland. Let me zoom in here a little bit just so I can show you. So this, you see the Poland, and the top is a little slit where the little middle ring is. That is just kind of shows how old it is. That's how I know these red ones I just showed you are old. Somewhere on my phone, I'm going to try and find it, and I'm going to put it on here, of how to tell how old an ornament is and what country it came from. Someone in a Christmas Facebook group shared it forever ago, and I found it really helpful to identify things. So, I mean, sometimes you get lucky with these, like this says Poland. My West Germany ones say West Germany, the gold ones, and the blue ones say USA on the top. So that's kind of nice. But if you want to know, and there's no labels, I can share that picture with you. But these, let me zoom back out. Oh, there we go. I got excited because then I thought, oh, maybe I can sell these, because even though I'm not crazy about them, I thought somebody else might like them. So we'll see what happens with these. But for 25 cents each, $2 for these. Like, and they're 8 inches. They're really, really good size. The only problem is one of them does have a chip or a like break. And is it this one? Yeah. So you can see that one is missing part of it at the top there, which is unfortunate. But that's okay. Aren't those cool? So yeah, I paid $3 for all these and all these. So I made it really, really well. And then like $6 for all these. Anyway, I paid under $20, I think, for everything. So I'm very excited. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off for just a second. I'm going to set up my little junk journals that I made so I can show you guys. I'll be right back. Okay. So like I said, I made these for the moms in my one group that I'm part of. I think there's about 6 ladies, so I'm hoping I made enough. If I find out that there's more, because the reason I say that is because every week some people don't show up and other people show up, so I've kind of lost track of how many ladies are at the table, but I think there's 6. So some of the items that I got at the thrift store the other day were this was a pin, but it's a mosaic, and I thought it was really cool, and when I saw it, I thought it'd be really fun for a front embellishment for a little junk journal. I love the sizes of these. Like, you don't sometimes need anything real big. I also got these earrings. I got a pair of them. I just used the one on here. And then this is another earring I had. I actually had to glue these little pearls on because they had fallen off the other day. So I fixed this one and then put this on top of this one. So these are two separate earrings. They're not all in the same. Though, to be honest, like, that would be really pretty as an earring. Like, can you imagine? Like, have this dangling below this one? Like, oh, that'd be so pretty. Anyway, or even a ring. Anyway, and then I got this pin. Again, I had to take the back off. A lot of these pins I did have to kind of like manipulate the back of them, like take the backs off. Let me show you how this one works, because this one, I don't know if it's going to do it on camera. I don't want to shake my camera, but you can see little blue gem moves. So I like the movement, and it's just so pretty. I just thought that was really pretty on that one. This one I've already had, but I just like how that looks on there. I got that at the flea market a while back. And then this one, ooh, I like this one a lot. This one's so pretty. I love it that it's got like the pearl and the chains on it. Oh, I just love that. Kind of wish I would have kept that for me. I'm feeling a little selfish right now because now I really like it and I want it back, but it's too late now, so I have to be giving. And then this, oh, switching hands, wrist. This one I had from another video. This wasn't from a recent buy, this little top part. And I actually forgot I had it until I was starting to put this together. Oops. So this is actually a pendant, but I glued that on because I thought that looked kind of cool. It kind of goes with the colors on this little book. It's kind of like turquoise and orange, kind of tropical. So I thought like the starfish and the shells would go really well on that. So I want to kind of go through these and show a little bit of what I've done. I don't know if I'll do every single one because they're all kind of pretty similar. Ooh, I just had a coughing fit. Okay. So sorry if my throat's a little, if my talking's a little off. The reason I'm showing this is because I originally only did two signatures. So this one and this one. The middle one was not a part of it. And I put 2 sections of paper in here, and then after I put it together, it didn't seem thick enough. So I made a third signature and then sewed in the middle one. You can see I didn't do a very good job of making them straight, but that's okay. So I have all these 3 signatures you can see of papers, and I used some stock paper, use some stock paper so I could fold it up. So these are little pockets. So I'll probably put in like a little tea bag, or I can't remember some of the other things I thought about putting in, but there's at least 4 pockets in this book. And oh, that's the other thing I bought. I forgot to bring it up. Okay, you see this ribbon here? This is the other thing I got at the flea market, or sorry, no, the thrift store the other day. Excuse me, I misspoke there. There's a huge spool. Now, it's a huge spool of this pink metallic like ribbon. I don't know if you can tell the color of it in here very well. Well, there you can kind of see it if I hold it at this angle. See how pretty that is? I got a whole spool of this, a big spool, for $2 at my thrift store. I forgot to pull it out of the bedroom. I would show you guys, but Josh is sleeping right now, so I can't go in there. I will put a picture of it in here so you can see how big it is. It's a ton of this stuff, and it's so pretty, so it's perfect for my junk journals. Anyway, so I went through here, and I just, sorry, I feel like I'm shaking this, glued on various ribbons. And also when I made the signatures and I tied them each in, with the strings that were left over, I added beads and stuff. So you can see here, I had a bunch of glass beads and all that. So like when you hold the book, you have like nice little charms and stuff hanging off. So I have the ribbons, and when you hold it up, you can see the various ones that I used. And I use washi tape as well. Oops. And you can see the hot glue there, unfortunately, but some of the rickrack there. I feel like I'm too zoomed in here. Sorry if I'm too zoomed in. And so you can see, like when you go through the pages, you have different layers of the ribbons and all that. Okay, guys, I just have to explain if the audio sounds different. It's because around this time I took off my sweater because I was warm and I didn't realize or forgot my microphone was on it. So I'm really hoping that this redo is better. Anyway, so continuing on with the junk journals, I'm just showing you here how I did this separate pages. Most of the books have similar layouts inside. How I laid out the pages. I used washi tape for the edges and different ribbons. I'm really, really happy with how they turned out. Everything was just really fun to put together. I just spent hours putting it all, like gluing on the ribbons. I actually had a little old poem book that I cut up. I used poems in the front of these little books, which I will show you later. And then I used like an old burlap bag as like backing for the little picture of the tree. I just see like every scrap from this old book. And then the little gray tassels were from a scarf I got from Goodwill. And I'm not into scarves, so I've been using it for just trim and edging on different projects I've been working on. And here's one of the little poems that I kind of backed on a piece of felt and just glued everything down, and then put down some little, I guess you'd call them gems. I'm not sure what you would call them. They're like little accessories I got at the craft store. And each of these books, I actually sewed the material on. Like I glued the material front and back on the cardboard and then hand sewed all the way around. So all that stitching you see was all hand done. I did it all in one day. Took a few hours, but it was actually really, really fun. I had so much fun making these. And then I used some old stamps that I had. I only had a 2 and a 4 and an 8. So pages 2, 4, and 8 are numbered just because if that's how it worked out. I would actually love to find some like old vintage stamps like that. I think it'd be really cool. And I'm just really happy with how the ribbons turned out on the books. I just love the layered look and that they're all different. And I purposely kept a lot of the pages plain so that whoever owns them next can add some more embellishments if they want. I just kind of got started. They can write some things down. They can glue things. And also I'm showing here that I have some more beads on the strings. I can't remember what I said earlier in the video, but with the leftover strings from tying on the signatures, I just put on a bunch of beads just for decoration, to make it look pretty. And then this is a stamp I got recently at a thrift store. I forgot to show it in this video, but I did stamp it like once on each book. So each of the books has this one little like heart quilt stamp, I guess you'd call it. And here's the back of one of the other books. Again, I just used, like I cut out the poem and then like the little edge of the book had a really cool picture of the trees in the background and then the mushrooms and the frog. I just thought it was really cool. So I wanted to salvage that piece of paper and it works out because you can still see the actual material that I glued or that I made the book out of. I'm just showing you here the hand stitching that I did. But yeah, I had so much fun making these. I just kept adding stuff and I just couldn't stop. It was so much fun. Another poem backed onto some felt here. I finally just had to stop myself when I was making these up the other day. I'm like, okay, I'm done. But I just want to keep adding stuff. But I wanted to leave some blank and some left over for the next owner if they want to add their own flair to it. I got a little carried away. And again, this was a page from another poem. I'm not sure which one. And I realized here as I'm closing the book that the pin broke off. I was really frustrated, but I'm actually glad it happened on my watch. So it didn't happen when the person I gave it to, like I don't want them taking it home and it breaking. So because of its odd shape, you can see that I could only glue it in 4 little tiny spots. And obviously the hot glue was not sufficient. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to kind of peel off the old dried glue and then just use E6000. And I think that'll do a lot better. I hope that will work. I'll have to figure out the best way to attach that. But I can fix it. That's totally fixable. And I'm glad it happened while I was fiddling around with it because I would hate that to happen to somebody else, the person who owns it, who I give it to. So that's fine. That's absolutely fixable, not a problem. I'm just happy with how it looks with all the ribbons on the edges. I love how they all stick out. Like it's really cute, really fun. Some of the strings, I'm showing here that some of the strings are shorter that I had to work with, but I still put beads on them and they kind of act as like little bookmarks. And every book is a little bit different. So I'm really, really happy with that. They're all so beautiful. And I don't mean that in a prideful way. Like I just mean like I'm happy with my work. I think it's good to take pride in your work as long as you're not being prideful, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I hope the ladies like these who get them. I hope they can use them. I hope they can find use for them. But yeah, this one I actually, this is the first book I did, and I glued the jewelry piece on the wrong side of the book. I kind of flip it here. Maybe I did it earlier. I glued it on the wrong side. Maybe I said that earlier in the video. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. Anyway, so I had to take it off and glue it on the front again, but that's okay. Yeah, these are so much fun to make. I highly recommend making these. If you've never made a junk journal, give it a try. It's really, at least if you like crafting stuff. If you don't get into it, it may not be your thing, but I found it really therapeutic and relaxing and enjoyable. Oh, I think this is where I'm explaining where I glued it on the back first. You can kind of see the glue in the middle. I got most of it off. So then after that, I made sure that each book was like the front side, not upside down. I figured it out. But yeah, so had fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I had so much fun showing you all this. Hope you all have a really good week, and I'll catch you later. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate your support. Bye, guys.